Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome to the channel if you are new. This is, I believe, the third DC video I've ever made, so hopefully I'm bringing in some new people. If you are new, just don't forget to subscribe, because we got new videos coming out every day till the end of the month. And, of course, Merry Christmas! I'm recording this way in advance, so I don't have to deal with it on Christmas Day, but, yeah, I hope y'all are having a Merry Christmas if you're watching this the next day. Tell me what you got in the comments. I want some discussion. But today, we are here to look at two of my favorite figures this year. I have opened them, but I want to give a quick overview of the box. It is the same box, so of course you get your images of the figures there. Amazing Yamaguchi and Revoltech. A couple more pictures of them on the side there. One on the top. A few more amazing poses on the back. They give you a look at all of the accessories, which I will show in a minute. Another photo. Oh, turned it the wrong way. Another photo on this side. On the top, all we have is the DC and Flash logos, along with Revoltech and their names. Not much else on the bottom, so before we open these, I do want to give one little thing I don't see anyone else talking about, because all of Revoltech's new boxes look like this. I wish we still had this old windowed packaging like we do with Carnage here. If you're wondering why he's in the box, I just ran out of space and he was the one to go. So that, and this was kind of them in their figuring out stage of what to do. But trust me, they've figured it out, because these figures are great. And to show off how great they are, let's pull them out. Okay, so before we actually look at the figures themselves, here's a quick overview of the accessories. You have the extra eyepieces, all of his great faceplates, these little lightning effects, one to put on his chest. There is one he's using for running that should be in there, but I misplaced it, and I don't know what I did with it. You'll see it with Thon's box, though, or Reverse Flash, so don't worry too much. And then on this side, we have the actual ones that plug into his back. From what I can see, these are supposed to plug into these, but I'll get to that in a minute. But for me, it just won't go. So maybe hot water will do it. I don't know. Of course, we have all the extra hands, some running ones, some fists, and then I do have a set of hands on him at the moment as well. So, getting Barry out of the way. And then for Thon, you can see the same thing. The eyepieces. He does only have 4 faceplates, including the one he came on. The extra lightning effects, one for his chest. This is the running effect. Barry's, of course, is yellow. Bunch of these, and then some extra hands. So let's actually look at the figures themselves. And here they are out of the packaging. And if you're wondering why I'm doing a review for both of them, they are the exact same figure outside of some faceplates. So they do look both amazing. Barry does have one major defect, though, that I've found that I'm not the only one having, I should say. And that is this earpiece. Of course, there it went. I barely tapped that thing, and it's gone. Oh no. That wasn't supposed to actually fall out that fast. I was just trying to tap it to show it moving around. But that fell off and flew somewhere. I'm not sure where. Uh-oh. That's gone. Crap. So anyway, I'll try to put a picture of it, but another YouTuber, Spider Criminal, had this same issue, only his fell out of the packaging, or it didn't come with it. He can't find it. And if you see this video, dude, that happened to me. It fell out as soon as I picked him up. That piece fell off and straight onto my carpet. Don't know how I found it, but I did. Just look around. It's probably sitting somewhere. Double check the box, check your trash, make sure it didn't end up with any of the paper or plastics, anything like that. And yeah, if it's not there, I'm so sorry to hear that it didn't come with it. You know, if you vacuum since you opened these, check your vacuum, because that piece is a pain to work with. I'm still looking for his earpiece. It's been 3 hours For reference, I've torn up everything. There's just... Oh, dang it. Every time I step on anything, I keep thinking it's that. Guys, I don't know if this is coming out like I hoped. Because I gotta find this before I make a video. Oh my... No. Oh no. This is really bad. Anyway, if you don't see this till next year... well, you know what happened. I found it. I don't know how. I moved this guy 100 times and it was caught in his armpit. So you know what? It's found. It's alright. We're chilling. Back to the... Yeah, so as I was saying, the earpieces fall off really easy, specifically on Barry. Let me move my camera over so you're not looking at boxes in the background. Yeah. So that is really the only big issue I have with these guys. In terms of faceplates, Barry does come with 4, being, let me just get a second here and I'll pull them out. So looking at Barry here, you can see I currently have just a plain old angry face on him, you know, nothing too special. And I will say, the one thing I do kind of like about these faces is that anime look they have to them. If you want to pull Barry, if you want to swap his face, the ear's gonna pop off again. You're supposed to be able to just pull this down. Like, so it can be kind of hard to grab. There we go. I got it. So that's what it looks like when you pull the face out. And all you gotta do to change it, just grab another one, pour it right up into there. And this, again, these are the exact same figure. So if it goes for one, it goes for the other. Except for this piece for some reason. From everything I can see, it seems to only be a Barry problem. Like just a flash problem, not a reverse flash issue. Now you can see I got a nice little yelling face on him. And because I don't want to go through that trouble again on camera, 3 more times I'll just show you the rest of the faces. So you have more of a neutral one, which I think is what he has out of box. And then an angry one looking this way, and more neutral, still mad looking the other. But yes, I do really like the anime look that these figures have. I think it can be really fun. You know, and it just gives a different look too. So of course with Eobard, we get those classic black eyes. Now this is my favorite one to have him displayed with. Especially because his mask has that little black area around the face. It's so perfect. And truthfully, out of the 2, if you're only going to pick up one, probably make it the Flash, because you'll fit your display better. But if you just want one to have fun with, Eobard. Such a better one. And of course, same goes for him. And these faceplate, you know what, I'll just stop. So he also comes with this screaming face where he's got bright white eyes. Now, of course, the eyes you have on don't really matter if you put on the... Where are they? I'll just throw one on so you can kind of see. But if we... Actually, Barry would be the easier one to do it with. So, put Eobard back over there for a second. Grab... not knock over. Don't knock over everything back here. I have those precariously just sitting. So, if they fall over, I'm done for. So, yes, we... Did I grab the... I grabbed the wrong one. That's a great thing, isn't it? Just... Alright. So when I put him back in the box, I put him on the wrong sides. But you just plug it into his earpiece there. Kind of position it over his eye. Like so. And there you are. You have a nice little running Barry. And they also do come with alternate hands, which we might as well talk about. So let me just grab the little piece that they come on. And for whatever reason, Barry's fists don't sit on his, but Eobard's do. So honestly, I'm going to say Reverse Flash is probably the better out of the 2 here, overall. Articulation, of course, amazing Yamaguchi. They're always amazing, and I will get into that in a little bit. But for right now, we're looking at accessories. And again, this is the same for both figures. They are the exact same outside of faceplates and color. So, yeah, I'm not going to just do swaps for both. You're going to look at one and just picture it in yellow or picture it in red. So you do have a slightly more relaxed hand here, and you do have a set. For whatever reason, this is not wanting to plug in there. If we just move it like so, maybe, please, there it goes. There we go. So you can see what that looks like there. Let me set that freaking finder again. Compared to his more like outstretched, you know, reaching or running type of hand. This is just very relaxed, you know. Arms at his side, but you're never going to want to pose Amazing Yamaguchi like this, because as nice as it can look, just holding still, I always want him in an action pose, especially with all the stuff they gave us. No way you ever pose him like this. So, of course, again, you have a hand for the other side as well. If I just peg it in there, like so. Let go, please. There we are. So yeah, let me take this off because it's looking weird to me. When I don't have them both on, I don't tend to love the look of it. But there we go. Looks good. Does he not? He looks fantastic. So, what? Just something flew off. It's a little white thing. I don't know. So, of course, he does come with fisted hands. And when they're in the box, they give you this little thing. And for whatever reason, the fists won't sit on it. But all you gotta do is just, like, plug this one on this side, this on the other. And I'll just kind of port them onto here after I'm done talking about them. But yeah, the fist, like, if I put the fist on here, it just falls right back off for whatever reason. So, just plug it in, boom. Now you can have him fighting Eobard. And I don't know why, but a lot of overseas Japanese companies don't seem to include fists with their figures. I'm not sure why, but they just don't. Like the Figuarts Spider-Man, they always have like a gripping hand with the thumb up. So it must be something against fists, I'm not sure. But this guy has them, these two have them. And there is your basic necessity with a Flash figure, in my opinion. Because Flash, yeah, you can have without a fist. I don't like it, but you can have it. You can have him without those open, relaxed hands, but we cannot have a Flash figure without is a nice pair of sprinters, you know. Some hands that truly make it look like he's mid-run. Oh, that's one other thing. These aren't held together the same as a lot of figures, so you'd have to be a bit more careful with them. As you just saw there, I was not. I'm just trying to get him into a nice little pose here for you that gets a basic idea of what I'm talking about. And there you go. Look how good that is. But you know what makes it even better? These. So, Amazing Yamaguchi a lot of times does these little holes all over the back. They did it with the Carnage, which I showed off earlier. I don't know why I moved my camera and didn't notice, but what you can do is just take, like, this little spot here, just angle that up, shimmy it on in. Come on. It worked earlier. Alright. So, some of them don't go in all the way. I just knocked his earpiece off again with my thumb. Some of them go in easier in certain spots than others, so. And he does come with 6 of these. I'm just gonna try to show you what this looks like when they are all plugged in, because it does look very cool. Come on. Work with me. Boom. So there's 2 right there. It's looking great. And I don't know if it matters what side you plug these in on. It really probably doesn't. And the more chaotic it is, the better, in my opinion, with the flash. So it says 2 on his legs, but I want to get these up here first. So if we just... Come on. Problem is, these are sharps. I don't really like pressing on them too much. So I'm trying to like use the side of it. So yeah, and it doesn't have to go in all the way. I like it to, but like with that one there that I'm just doing, it's probably not going to. And you'll look at it from the front most of the time anyway. So we just port this one into this side, if it will go. So just like this. I know a lot of people don't like to show this stuff off, but I want to show you how much struggle this can be. Ooh. Ooh, crap. That ain't good. So I just happened to notice this, but this one is on the verge of breaking. And I don't think they gave me extra pieces for this one. So if anyone knows where I can find some more, like replacement parts, that would be great, because I can't show you this one. That thing is about to snap. So what we'll do is we'll just port the other two into the leg here, like so. Come on. So, sometimes what I have to do is just look at where it goes in the leg, because some of them are angled. This one doesn't appear to be. And some of it may just be they need a hot water bath to port this in a bit better. Anyway, doesn't want to go. It's whatever. I just want... Ah! Crap. That's the reason you want these to plug in a bit better. So yeah, hot water bathe them if they're not going in. That's what it can look like. Eobard's the same way. Like, I have the same issue with him, so don't worry about that. I'd kind of forgotten about that issue because I've been displaying them just normal. But you can take his chest symbol off. And what they give you is this. So what you do is just port that over. Like so. And now you can get him looking nice and running. Especially if I take a second here. Put that on. Take his other earpiece off. Like, this one's in there well. Like, secure. This one ain't gonna pop out. Like, it does not want... Ow! Crap. Jammed it straight under my fingernail. It's sharp. So, yeah, all you gotta do is just port that right onto there. And I do think, whatever the issue is, this hole on this side does seem to possibly... Ah, come on, focus. Does seem to possibly be bigger than on the other one. I don't know exactly what, but yeah, it just doesn't, this side just doesn't hold the earpieces as well. And again, I thought it was just like a defect on mine, you know, it wasn't a major issue. But I saw a Criminal post his Instagram and post on Twitter and Instagram about his having the same problem. And I kind of wonder if maybe it's just the batch was bad. But, you know. Alright, so plug in. Come on. Quit fighting me. Please. Please, this isn't fun. This isn't fun when I have to fight my toys to have them look cool. So maybe what I would recommend doing first is porting these in so you're not trying to work around the lightning on his back. And also, these are just a pain to hold on to. Because, like, you don't really want to grab it by the lightning and push. But you kind of have to. Yeah, this don't even want to go in. I had it before. I've done this before, I promise you. Alright, I'm knocking the other one out. So yeah, this figure, Barry specifically, mine has a lot of problems with stuff not holding in properly. Also, if you just want to know what he looks like when you take everything off, there you go. He's really weird. But... And again, I don't really want to show it for like Thawne because they are the exact same figure, outside of the fact that his don't snap right off. So I'm just trying to give you a base idea of what this is like. Because if you're spending, like, if you go through Big Bad, this is $115 a piece, which is really expensive. And if they're having this kind of quality issues, and I'm going to look a little further before, maybe I'll look further before I post this. I don't know. It's 2 days out from Christmas currently, so we'll see. But yeah, I do like these figures. I do. If Barry had the, like, greatness of Thawne, I would probably put him higher out of the two. But honestly, he's kind of mid because of all the stuff that just pops out and isn't securely held. However, Thawne, oh my gosh, he's so good. So, I guess let's look at articulation, because it's a lot, and it's a lot of greatness. So he can look up really far, because he actually has his head split in half. So you have one piece here, which will layer over, like so. So that way you don't have the restriction of the head hitting the neck. He can't really just look down with his head, but they gave us a full neck to articulate. Like, look at how big that thing is. Whoa. It's great, I know. And he also, I don't know if these are just pectoral muscles, I don't know what you'd call them, but you can fully move them like butterfly joints. Come to the back and touch. The arms go up really nice and high, just like so. They go way over the T-pose. Now, I know some people don't like that they have the break in them, but that's part of what allows for the great articulation. I will say, I do think the bicep is really weird, because it comes out at like an angle, so you can't really get it to blend as naturally. And honestly, I saw, I'm going to refer to Criminal again, because he made his amazing Yamaguchi Spider-Man review, which you should go check out if you're interested in the line as a whole, because it's pretty in-depth as well. More than mine will be on these two. But I'm just talking about what I like. And one thing he brought up that I'm going to bring up here is these are only single jointed. But look at how far of a bend that single joint gets. And just for some reference, let me grab a Star Wars figure that released this year. In fact, came out only a few months ago, if that even. So look at this. This is Hasbro. The arm comes to here with amazing Yamaguchi, and I'm sorry, but this isn't just, oh, it's more expensive brand, so they have better articulation. Some of this comes down to how they did this joint. So, it actually is pegged into his bicep, and then it's a little ball joint down there. So you can move this up, and look at that, you've already reached almost 90 degrees without actually moving the ball. And then when you bend it, boom, goes up so much. You have them going crazy, because that's how I feel sometimes trying to pose these guys with that pop-off piece there. So, also, the crunch is incredible with these, front and back, but mainly going forward, because when you have them in a nice running pose, you might want them crunching, which is great. I love it. It's so good. So, and as I showed earlier, you got to be careful with the legs, because they can kick up really high. They're just kind of pegged on there, though, so be careful. And also, it is a single jointed knee. So let me just bend that. So, see, that doesn't look like it goes very far, right? You know, single joint, boom. So, what they did here is, it's ball jointed again in the shin. The Spider-Man is the same way, of course, Barry is the same way. But that is just such a great thing, because it hides it so well. And I keep forgetting I can't put that up super high. But I digress. His feet also kind of kick out pretty far. He's got toe articulation, which we love. Makes for more dynamic and natural running poses. Honestly, Eobard is my favorite of the two. And I will say, expect to see him in my top 3 action figures of this year. I mean, overall, he's so good. He's a lot brighter than Barry, which you can just see standing there. But also, he just looks better. So, I guess let's actually do some comparisons. So we're going to start with the only other Flash figure I do own, which was wasn't Multiverse. I think it was like DC Icons or something. Which, you know, it scales fine, but articulation-wise, these are so much better. And of course, this was, what, $30 figure at the time, because he came with the treadmill. But my DC collection, I've decided only I'm going high-end figures. So, a figure I did review earlier this year, and if you haven't seen the video, go watch it. Mezco Superman. If you go watch the video, you'll know my thoughts on him. You'll probably find out my thoughts on my top 10 action figures coming in a few days. But yeah, it scales pretty well. And I do like Superman being taller than the others. And when he's back like that on camera, you can see how he's about the same height as Eobard, but he just stands ever so slightly taller. And it's so nice. And then there's Mafex. Now, I didn't review this next figure because I just never got around to it. But we have Azrael, Batman, and I want to make sure he's standing before I put him right next to the other two. And there he is. All of his glory. Again, he is taller, but I don't mind Barry being on the shorter side, because I'm going to have him hunched over running on the shelf anyway. And these are all different brands. But the fact they're scaling as well as they are is pretty impressive. And then for my final DC figure I have down here to show... Oh, actually, I did forget. I do have one more, being a McFarlane one. And we'll show that off in a minute. Just for reference, I don't love McFarlane. That's why I collect these instead. But we have the Mafex Nightwing. Another one where I made a video on him. Go watch that, please. It was one I really enjoyed making. Has probably one of my favorite thumbnails on my channel. So, please go watch it. I love this figure. Really, altogether, DC has knocked Marvel out of the park for me with just 3 to 4 figures this year, which is incredible, given the amount of Marvel figures I buy. But then, finally, I just want to show off the only McFarlane figure I own, because it's the only way I can get the character at the moment. Kyle Rayner's Green Lantern, and you can see how much McFarlane towers over the normal, like, 6-inch scale. So, yeah. And with all that out of the way, thank you all for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below what you think about these figures. If you like them, hate them, whatever it is. Do you like McFarlane better? Which is okay, you know. Everyone collects their own thing. But with all that said and done, I hope to catch you all tomorrow. See ya.